What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. You know, a lot going on, but still finding time to deliver this to you. And now we're going into another commenter video that will have disclose. Shout to Brandy G, Miss Poison Ivy, but Sadiddy B as well, because now we're about to discuss some serious things. There has allegedly been an imposter that has arisen. Now, this information was directly sent. Shout to Peaceful Attorney, always delivering crucial information on the back end. And yes, she did have a conversation with the sister, and she did give me info and understanding of that, and that's something we'll talk about in time. But we're first going to address this. I have a video that was sent to me of an individual that has the same sound wave patterns as Tentacion, yet he is not someone who is literally looking into the camera, because the camera and everything so you can see it is out. So you can't see his face, but you hear the voice. This voice sounds exactly like Tentacion. I mean, to the point people started calling it out, like, it's you. And he was like, no, it's not me. But again, it's blacked out, so we don't see a face or any type of comparison to make. Now, absence of photo takes away identification. But the sound patterns, if anyone has ever listened to Tentacion talk, you can't mistake this. You can't mistake this. Now, how is it someone sounds exactly like Tentacion, and why wouldn't they show their face to show it's not him? That's what I don't get. This video is very telling, and it's starting to build in suspense to our investigation in this series itself. Because now somebody has come out sounding exactly like the person who we forethought to have been mentioned in evidence previous, but now he's beginning to feed into the evidence and stuff in the absence of it being recognized. Now, this is actually going to bring up another subject that another commenter has mentioned. And again, commenter, when you hear something that was similar to something you threw out there in the comments below, comment below. Say you said that. Ain't nothing wrong with you taking credit for something you did. If you said it, you said it. I got to reach back out to Mr. Binger. Information, again, shop, hit that Yoga Minds Pro, especially the women. I have product lines coming for the men, but I'm working with good suppliers, and the suppliers are only going to get better the more active natures that are being taken into consideration as I build my case, as I build different things to a maximum. Now, what interests me the most is that this voice is unmistakably Tentacion. Like, you can't mistake it. You can't make a mistake on this. It's too interesting. It's too much to bear to say, look, this isn't him. There's a lot of factors that are beginning to show that he may not have been the one who we thought is deceased in that car, or what they told us may not have been the exact truth. Now, everything happening surrounds Riva Motorsports, a place that claimed he was like family. And I have other pictures that co-sign that. He actually was very close with Riva Motorsports, not only to that extent, but maybe even a little beyond. So this is starting to build an understanding that he may have been closer than I thought he was with them. There may have been more interaction between Riva Motorsports and him than I had once thought, you know, and this is something I'm willing to take into consideration. It's all information that's panning out to make sense with the situation that and what we're dealing with. Now, how does this individual sound exactly like him? In this one, I may post, just depending on who the YouTuber is or where this video actually comes from. I don't exactly remember, but I know for a fact that the implications strongly present dedication to this coming from a non-YouTube source. So if that's true, then I will post it immediately if it's Instagram or something like that. But if it's YouTube, I just have to check and see. Again, This sounds just like Tentacion. I can't take that away from him. I can't play with that. And this would be my actual first time dropping some of the evidence that I've accrued behind the scenes. Just because I just got to be very careful, because some people are very petty when it comes to that type of stuff. And I don't want to play with YouTube because, you know, YouTube doesn't play around. Everybody knows that. You see all the complaints and stuff that happen. You see a lot of different obscure views that happen to the way YouTube interacts. And again, I want you guys to interact with a lot of different businesses, whether it's websites or stuff I get. This is just going to build the sponsorships and going to allow me to do more for CommenterNation. Everything you do and every bit that you give is going to go back into the community somehow, some way, because I profess to build YouTube into a powerhouse around what I'm trying to do, more so than me just putting merch up and saying, get the merch so I could fill my own pockets. When a person's basically working from the ground up, these type of things are essential to help build a profile that's respectable. I mean, I can't do these things without the assistance of other individuals that are looking to grow just as I am. And part of why I do these things is to show people that there's other routes. And not only that, for those of you who may have taken other routes and not succeeded, I'm doing the testing and the growth and the understanding, the reading behind it, so I can help you perfect your craft. I eventually want to see CommenterNation, everyone able to make extended income, not just from a social media platform such as YouTube, but to build it on their own strengths through other means if they don't want to be on video. So this is my form of videographer, and this is how income's grown in a way residual that is shown through video and other means of interaction on social media. Now, CommenterNation is a pioneering group. No one's ever taken the comments, commenters, and looked into them as deeply as I work with you guys. But also with the platforms that I'm going to present, it's going to give a make or break understanding to how I've done things. Now, I know when you see a website, you're like, wow, did he make it on his own? Yes and no, because it's produced from knowledge I've gained from other individuals who are very successful in working with this, who most people won't have contact with unless they charge you. But my goal is to gain this knowledge, to become perfected in this craft, and be able to present it without having to charge anyone to know how to do it. All donations, again, go to supporting the growth of the platform, the growth in content, and basically my interactions with these individuals that have in-depth knowledge by conversating with the powers that be around the exact situation that we discuss. And in the future, I plan to have exact conversations, maybe even publicly on this video platform, so that you can see it take place. And that's when the true, let's say, pinnacle of growth is in motion. Right now, we're still in the foundries, even though I'm getting very critical evidence, very critical information, and learning so much around the scenes. I'm getting vital information to deliver nonetheless. And sometimes that takes time. That takes me interacting with certain people in a certain way that doesn't, let's say, tread upon someone else's privacy, someone else's just due. I'm very respectable that way. And I just want to see everybody, especially adults that watch me that are 35 and older, so you're able to begin to find that in the next 3 to 5 years, you'll be able to retire. I also have a business that I've worked with even before I started doing YouTube consistently that I'm going to bring to the forefront and help you guys to get acquainted with. And this works in all states, and you're going to be a part of my team directly. And my goal would be to travel to help you do these things. So I need to build up my other businesses, and the businesses I have beginning now, such as the website in the description below and the description on yesterday's video. And there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to speak about. Not only that, I want to make connections in a brighter view where I'm consistently building a network that has the strength to go the mile. So off of our conversations and our acquaintance, not only do you profit, but you profit in marketing, you profit in other ways. And again, my donators, if you have businesses, drop your businesses in my inbox on Twitter and I will market that for you. I have no issue, especially when you're donating to the growth of the channel. I want you to get your primary source and primary passion off as well, even if it's not video, even if it's something else like a website similar to the website down in the description, or a stronger foundation that's going to go towards powering your family, your sons, your kids. Shout to the commenters with kids that are going to donate and say like they had to pay off things for their kids. That's why your donations are very important. It's going to help me to be able to track down the people, the means, the resources I need to further push this, so that I create a web. So yeah, we got the web, aka the internet, but I want to create a social web where every state, every country I'm going to, I have part of CommenterNation. We're going to be a team that's deep. Most people have a gang, but I'm followed. I know this because I watch analytics by professionals, by people that are actually well-doing citizens in life. And even to those that aren't, we want to inspire you to think differently and use your intelligence for a means that's going to help your family to grow. Whether it's kids, whether it's a wife, whether it's a girlfriend, however it goes, I want to see that you all prosper. So this channel is going to be home base for growing in a positive way. Positivity is the key to everything. Trust me, I think dark thoughts sometimes and different things when I go through my situations, but when you're going through your situations, I want to see that you could come here and feel comfortable for feeling how you feel and then grow past it. There's a lot of things we deal with in life, but here at CommenterNation, we all got each other's back, and that's the way I look at it, because that's the objective way to live life, not selfishly, for the help and progress of everyone else, and to not lamp on bad situations, but focus on the growth and positive influx of a means to stand past the powers that be causing issues. So everybody hop in the description, donate if you can, support the channel, support the upkeep. I didn't forget about doing the recognition and different things, but a lot of the donators this week asked to not be recognized. So my hands were tied on that. So I said, well, too many. So I had to back off, but donate below. Let me know if you want to be recognized or not. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.